Okay, now that we've talked a little bit about a heap, we're going to go over your lab, and I'm going to let y'all get started. So lab 16. What was that all about?
That was, I ain't working on my lab, I'm working on the project. Yeah.
All right, well, lab 16, when you review your slide, the presentation, whatever. So we're going to use constructing a basic binary heap and performing heap sort implementation, insert, copy, constructor, get height, get size, contains, and sort. Hopefully with what we've gone through today, this will be somewhat straightforward, especially since we already did insert, the insert function for you. But now we're using it as a class, so you're going to store some of the other values internally. Private, let's fill out in class. What would be in the heap right here?
The array?
Yeah, just be the array. You could use a vector if you wanted to, but we have a heap.
Vectors too much.
Okay, next time I'll do STLs. Next lab will be STL.
Yeah, STL's in the book.
Good. Just use STL vector. Just don't use STL heap. That'd be cheating. So the heap.
Binary STL?
Huh?
Binary tree STL?
Oh yeah, it's in there. They're all in there. But the point of this class is to learn what's going on behind the scenes. So yeah, heap passing an array in that size, so you can construct the heap. Notice you just pretty much calling insert on each variable up to the size. Get height tells you the height of the tree. How could you calculate the height of a tree?
That was a variable that counts when you add.
Well, hold on. What's the height of this tree? 3. But this is your data structure. How could you figure out the height? If the height was 1, how many elements would there be?
1.
The height was 2, how many elements would there be?
3.
There's, the height is in 3, how many elements are there?
3.
7. You want to see the pattern yet?
Goes up.
1.
What would be the next number? I just told you. What would be the one after that? Okay, I just told you. What would be after that? I couldn't stop. My hand would not stop going.
I was like, I just told you. I was like, no, you didn't. And then you kept going.
2n plus 1?
So times 2 plus 1.
2n plus 1?
Oh, okay. So I starts at 1, then yeah, multiply. Well, hold on. 2n plus 1. Don't you mean?
Is it times 2 plus 1?
Yeah. Wait, what? Whoa, what?
2n plus 1. You start from...
Minus.
Why
2
is
to
it-
the n.
Why?
So 2 to the n is 2 minus 1 is 1. 2 to the 2 is 4 minus 1 is 3. 2 to the third is 8 minus 1 is 7. 2 to the fourth is 16
Yeah, I
minus
think
1.
we're saying the same thing, but just different ways.
Okay.
Wow.
How about that?
That was not what I was thinking.
Yeah, I
Wait,
see
wait,
that.
wait.
Whoa. No.
Those numbers are the amount of nodes.
The number of nodes, yes.
Okay. So what's the height? Is it just this?
Yeah.
And
How about an h? Does that help?
how about x?
Not really.
The height is 1, the most number of nodes is 1. If the height is 2, the most number of nodes is 3. If the height is 3, the most number of nodes is 7. The height is 4, the most number of nodes is 15.
How are we
Height-
supposed to find the height then? We know the
Because it's
formula.
h.
Yes, I know that,
It's
but
like-
in the code, like I know how to code that formula to find the amount of nodes. But how do you find h
It's like
from the amount of nodes you have?
the height would be like the number of levels.
Anyone else? I'm not
That's
going to
the
answer
reverse
that
of the
question.
Exponent.
I'm not going to answer that question. But can anyone help her out?
Why do I have a feeling I want to use the square root?
You can't use square root.
You don't need square root.
Yeah, you don't. Happy trail.
What do you just check and see if there's a number, another number, after, let's say 9,000, and you just check to see if there's another number after that, and if eventually if you hit no, there's no more.
Oh yeah, you can do it that way too.
Yeah.
That'd be a good one. Just start sifting down, going down the left-hand side.
And have a counting variable that counts the amount of terms.
That'll work too. That'll work. The size of the heap, namely how many elements are in it. Hopefully you're keeping track of that. Does it contain a what? Oh, contain a value in the heap. Oh yeah, we haven't talked about this.
No.
If you were going to search the heap for something, how would you go about it?
Search everywhere.
Search everywhere. Why do you have to search everywhere?
Because it's not sorted.
It's not sorted. So don't try and be tricky with contains. Literally start at the beginning of the array and go through the array. Okay? The reason for this is to make sure you understand that if you try and code binary search on a heap, it will not work. That's not what a heap is for.
Heap is not for searching.
No, it's not for searching.
It's a no-no.
So the array subscript, hopefully you can copy pasta that from your previous array class.
Oh, yeah.
Removes the first element, and then you're going to have to sift down afterwards. Right?
So n removes first.
Yeah, you always remove the first element.
Yes, and then you have to do the sit down in that function.
Mhm.
Okay.
And then lastly, you actually do the heap sort. Any questions?
Maybe with that.
You got this, guys. Go on, Jonah.
Okay, sorry. I was just thinking. Thinking.
Thinking?
Yeah, just
Thinking about that.
Obviously, it's due a week from now, from today. Any questions? Comments? Screens boxed? No? Okay, great.
Is like, do we get as many like labs in future classes as this time?
No.
Thank God.
I was about to say. In
No, this is...
For any other previous class I've had, it was always 10 labs every semester.
And we're now on 16?
Yeah, when it's not just me, guys. All right, we're not, like I said from the beginning, I'm not trying to kill you. We just have to basically grow your programming maturity here. You know, when Underwood taught it, it'd be 20-something, 25 labs. He'd have 6 projects
Oh gosh.
in his.
No thanks.
And you think mine were bad. And yeah, it's not it's just, that's how this course is. It's the gate course. We have to make sure you can code. That's all it comes down to.
Code.
Yes. Make sure you can program.
But
Because
after
if you're a
this-
major, that's what you're going to be doing. Now, it's not going to, if you do it right, when you go in the real world, it's not going to be as constant as this class. You'll be thinking more and interfacing and trying to figure out the best way to do things, as opposed to this one where you're writing code left and right.
And you won't just have a notepad.
Right. Right. You'll have the auto grader, and you'll have a person in charge of making sure that thing's up and running. Similarly to this class, except the auto grader will probably give you back better feedback.
I hope so.
Yeah. Won't spit on a whole bunch of hodgepodge. They'll just be like, hey, this is what you need to do.
You did this wrong.
You did
You
this
did this
thing right
wrong.
here, right
Silent
here,
mode
change it to
enabled
this.
on your work at your job.
Yeah, they do not enable silent mode when you're.
That would be funny though.
But I have to here because I have to force y'all to write your own test cases for your code.
Computer science boot camp.
Yeah, basically. Computer science
Yeah.
major boot camp, yes. Major
But
against
after this class,
That's why I can't take this.
you should be able to function on any team basically. Is that what I was told at the beginning?
When you no.
Switch to the minor.
Your coding maturity will be sufficient enough to go and join a project. Like, just go out and start coding up on a project is the point. Like I said, it's just this one wall. After this, what comes next? You have
Just
Well,
compu-
look at me. It's my last class for
Compu-
I
programming.
think computer networking is
computer. Oh, you can take computer architecture, and we're on lab 5,
Wow.
and lab 4 was your project. We did have 3 homework assignments, but they were bookwork, not this. Have we done any bookwork here?
No. I haven't. That
I mean,
book,
I used to-
I looked at it for the first project and it didn't help. So
No, no, no.
Screw it.
Ignore
And
it.
about.
Ignore it for the projects. It's not useful for the projects.
Yeah.
But for the labs, I actually figured out there's actually some of the code for the labs in the book.
Yes.
More than you.
Yes.
More than.
Like binary, it's
Yeah.
like
Yes.
all binary trees. Most of it's in the book.
Yeah. A lot of it is in the book.
Now I'm just trying to get it to work. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just read the
Got to make
textbook.
it. Got to make it just different enough that you have to make it work. You
Yeah.
can't copy pasta.
Yeah, you can't copy pasta.
Yeah, you can.
Pretty dang.
You can
close.
copy pasta a lot of it, yes,
Yeah.
but not.
Yeah, that's
The
gonna be
functions,
this
yes.
semester.
The
I cite the code though.
Hmm?
The functions, yeah, most of them, but there's a couple that you can copy.
Yep.
I miss when you used to be able to just hit a button and it would like compile everything for you. And you'd be like, oh no, you got this wrong.
I like
Yes,
the
and now you will appreciate the IDE even more. Yes.
Yeah.
The debugger, you know, you just
Put the breakpoint on the side.
Yeah.
But now you do it and it's just like it's
You
wrong.
can no, you can do it in DDD. You can still do that here.
Dr.
DDD.
West.
We'll do
I
it.
got one guy that just uses Atom with the command line. And
I don't know.
An IDE.
No.
That guy, Shane.
That guy.
Sean.
No, not Sean. I forgot his name. Another person does do it. And no, there's other people that use the command line, but you're definitely not. I mean, less than 20% of the people do it from the command line normally.
I just like the command line better. I don't know.
That's good. Good. I agree.
I just gotta
prefer
go
the
use
command
Nano
line.
now.
Huh?
I just gotta go use Nano now.
There's always that one nano user. These are great questions. Any others? 'Cause you guys, y'all can do this. This isn't like I
Rocket
think I'm
science.
going to. Well, why do rocket scientists get all the credit?
I know.
Because it's hard. Because if you mess
Really,
up.
you think rocket scientists? I mean, yeah, it's hard, but wait, there's other things that are hard too. What?
This is hard
So
and
is
it's
this.
basically learning another language.
Why does this not count as a foreign language?
Yeah.
Because it's not.
Yes, it is. You are learning a computer language. Should be counted.
If
as
it was a
foreign
regular
language.
language, I should be able to type in there, hey, do this, and the computer's like, all right.
So without getting into a framework, what's the difference between Emacs and Vim?
There are text editors. They're basically the interface in which you do things. Vim is lightweight, small, and it has basically you have to conform to the way it sets all your keystrokes up. Emacs is large, has a ton of features, and you can reconfigure everything. There is no one thing. Well, hold on. There's only one thing that basically VI has that Emacs doesn't, but there's nothing that Emacs has that VI doesn't. And that one thing is when you go to a machine and you load up VI, it will always be VI. If you go to a machine, you load up Emacs, it could be all sorts of things. The key commands could be different. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like that's when it comes down to it.
Specific to your machine.
Right. But VI will always be VI.
I started using Emacs, but I was like, no, and I switched
I didn't even. I was
I
like,
switched to
mm-mm.
VI.
I use Atom.
Right, and that's fine.
Like.
The VI has a lot of powerful features to speed up your coding. Well, maybe I've shown you some of them. I don't even know. But and Emacs has similar things as well. But with Emacs, you're doing. There's a joke where your hand turns into like this because you're trying to do all the key commands. Yeah, trying to get all the keystrokes.
It's like Twister.
It's like Twister. But I mean, either is fine, guys. Whatever suits your desire.
Now, if
I will just think less of you when I see Emacs running. That's all. That's all there is to it. I won't put that towards your grade. I'll just think less of you personally.
Is there anything worse than Emacs?
Anything worse than Emacs? I'm sure there is. Yeah, I'm trying to decide if I think Nano is worse or better because Nano is always the same as well in every machine.
Yeah, but it tells you basically how to.
And it tells you at the bottom.
Everything is
everything
there.
you need is at the bottom.
Oh, that'd be useful. You're like, hey, do this.
Yeah, I can't think
Guys,
of it.
let's all switch.
I just prefer VI. That's what it comes down to.
Now let's get on to the project.
Yeah, any other questions? I'm still recording. This was a great discussion.
Uh,
Again, y'all guys can do this. It's not.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
It's not
worried
beyond
about
y'all's
this
reach.
lab. I'm worried about the project being made.
Well, I mean, all the work. Everyone can pass this course. I don't think there's anyone here that can't.
I feel like crashing
We'll
and
see.
burning, but.
Right now, you can do it. That's not the problem. You just have to sit down and get it done.
I remember it was a point in time
It'll-
Yeah, as the years have gone, it's been like, yeah, all right, and then
This is the peak. This is the peak. I'm not.
Is it?
Yeah, you talk to other people. This is the peak.
Oh.
Especially since y'all don't have to take applied systems
We
anymore.
only need to get a C.
That sounds like a lot.
We call a person with all C's captain.
Captain. No, y'all can get A's. Y'all can get A's.
Not with this project. This project's gonna take.
So far, every class I've taught, at least one person gets an A. No joke. Just one person gets an A.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna send you
Michael,
the
do you
thing
need-
about the project. Are we allowed to use GitGist to send you like the code and stuff, or no?
Get Gist to send me the code.
Gist.
The gist, like GitHub. No, just commit it.
Just commit it.
Yeah, always commit.
Okay.
Or is that another program? I'm trying to
You
remember.
basically can like copy and paste code, and then you can send it to a person,
Okay.
Oh, I know what you're talking
just to make people's lives easier.
No,
Yeah,
about. Or
definitely.
you could just commit the code.
Just commit the code. Just commit the code. Autograder. The point of this whole auto grading using GitHub is to get you set in this mind that every time you go to a project, they're going to have their way of doing things, and you just have to sit down and accept it and move on.
Just gotta take-
I meant in terms of the project.
Yeah, you're going to commit to a repository as well. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't off the top of my head, I don't recall what that is, but just make sure it's committed to the code. I don't care what tool you use. You can use whatever tool you want, and most projects are the same way. They don't care what tool you use as long as you get it in the repository.
Really? So I can download something from GitHub that's like outside?
Well, if they're using a Git repository, if you use Git extensions, Git from the command line, Git Tortoise, they don't care as long as the code.
Tortoise?
Yeah, Tortoise, or it might be no, it's Tortoise Git. Yeah, Tortoise Git.
What?
You've never seen this?
No. Barely used it.
I mean like external tools like Boost.
Oh, that?
Yeah,
I misspelled Tortoise so bad.
that's what I meant.
Oh, you need to go talk to who you're working with. A lot of times, adding libraries
The power of Git in Windows Shell.
in a Windows shell. A lot of times, adding libraries may go against the project.
Its eyes creep me out.
But using libraries go against this project? Depends on the library or
Which project are we talking about?
Two.
two?
Project 2? As long as you're only using vector and the linked list one, you're okay. Oh, vector, linked list, the stack, and the queue. As long
No
as
Boost.
Boost may implement those, I'd have to go and look them up.
What about for parsing? Can we use a tool for parsing?
Why would you do that? Sure, go right ahead. There is no need for it, but go ahead. That would,
Yeah.
yeah, that's overkill.
Overkill?
This is not, yeah, this parsing is not hard.
Sure.
Well, now that you think about it, it isn't hard. It's
This is,
just-
all you have to do is identify when you have a start tag and end tag, and they're in a strict ordering, less than, the tag name, greater than, unless it's an anchor tag, in which case it has a strict ordering of a space href equals quote the actual link in the quote greater than. There's a strict ordering to it.
The trouble I have with parsing is I can parse all the tags. It's just that the A tag itself. If you don't have a space between the less than, the greater than, and the less than, it returns this /A.
Yeah, well, the parsing, hold on. Let me go look at project 2 again.
Because I know what to do. It's just the parsing is really killing me.
Yeah, because where's the anchor?
Get the file in.
Wow. Yeah, because the anchor, yeah, it's not, oh, there's not even a quote. Never mind, there's no even quote. You just parse from that equal sign to that greater than sign. There's no spaces or anything. It's just, that's just the way it is. Literally, right after that equal, you start parsing, you put it into a string, and then when you get to the greater than, you're done. And that is your string. There's no need to look for, I'm not going to put a space here. No, it's strictly in this format. Okay, the format is very, very strict. You're not parsing general HTML.
Yeah.
Because that's just annoying. Well, then we have to actually build an official parser. And I'd have to start teaching other things. things, which we can do. It's just
Yeah.
not for this project.
But when there was a space between the greater than and the less than, that's what I really had trouble with. It would only parse the /A tag instead of the link tag.
I mean, you start with greater less than. When you see an A, you now know you're an anchor tag. Go into parsing the anchor tag mode. I mean, that's what you do. You're at a greater than. Once you see, less than. Once you see a less than, you need to switch. Okay, what's the next character? The next character is an A. You're like, okay, I'm in an anchor tag. Go write your subroutine for parsing the beginning of an anchor tag. If the first character is a /, all right, I'm at an end tag. What am I ending? Find out from there. If you're starting with a B, that's where the only part it gets tricky because it could be a body tag or a bold tag.
So are we like? 'Cause you had talked about adding in like making a string or whatever and putting everything into a string. Are
You
we
can do that.
going like individual characters and then putting those into a different string?
If you want to, yeah. If you want to.
It's gonna be a lot of strings.
So,
You could do a multi-dimensional array too with this, or multi-dimensional vector too if you really wanted to.
Come on now.
that sounds great. To both.
They're both equally good.
Sure.
I don't look. However you want to do it. The parsing is going to seem daunting at first. It's not that bad.
Yeah, now it doesn't seem that bad.
And if you want to, every time you see a less than sign, parse everything to the greater than sign, get the string in between.
That's what I was just thinking.
Yeah.
And then edit that string, right? Like, okay, it starts with start looking at that string, right? All right, it starts with an A. Okay, this is an anchor tag. We're not doing any special characters, we're not doing any escape characters or anything like that. It's just strict HTML. The reason for the HTML is to give you an idea of parsing. Maybe one day we'll have to compile this class, and that'll be a little more fun. No?
I've heard that's daunting compilers.
Compilers can be difficult, but it's a lot of fun. Well, the thing is, once you understand how parsing is done, it's a lot easier because you're going to be using irregular expressions all over the place. Well, using the regex to create your tokens, and then you build a
Regex.
then you build your parser from your tokens, which contain also your string. It's actually not that bad once you learn bottom-up parsing, but that's not this course, and you don't need any of that to do this parsing.
Yeah, because I can run the code and I can print out all the HTML tags, and I was just a little curious how to deal with the A tag. That was kind of my biggest problem.
No, if you have an A, just go and write a subroutine. Need to parse the anchor tag, right? Just make it a separate function. Parse anchor tag. Start going. Yes. Okay.
I'm just probably going to parse all the tags, and just leave out the href.
That's fine.
That probably is what's going to work for me.
I mean, really, the anchor tag is A space href equals is the beginning of it.
Yeah.
That's really it. Any other questions?